Hello, my fellow concerned friends, and welcome back to my channel. Unless you're new here, in which case, welcome to my channel. I hope that you stick around and I hope that you enjoy today's video. Because as you guys can tell by the thumbnail and the title of the video, we're going to be going over some Christmas tree, angel tree, kids getting gifts donated to them who are in need drama. Yeah, I said drama in association with kids in need getting the gifts that they ask Santa for. But before we dive into that chaos, because it happens every single year, I want you guys to take a second and look at my makeup and my shirt. Hold on, you can't really see it. Woo. I matched my makeup to my shirt. Ignore my kids' toys. Okay, we're ignoring that. All right. Matched my makeup to my shirt. I think it's super, super cute. I will have linked to the eyeshadow that I use. Well, you guys know I'm going to have the tutorial out on Wednesday, but I love this eyeshadow. This eyeshadow is just really what brings all the magic to my makeup creation. So my credentials to be able to talk about this drama and critique this drama is number one, I have a heart and empathy. And number two, I was an angel tree kid and my Christmas did not go good. Okay, what even is an angel tree? What even is an angel tree kid? I know in the short that I posted to YouTube, I also posted it to my TikTok and Instagram. So if you're not following me on those platforms, please do. I post a lot more frequently on those platforms. But anyway, I noticed in the comment section for the YouTube Shorts video that I did, a lot of people were like, I'm so lost. I'm so confused. What is an angel tree? I'm completely lost. So I decided that while this drama is going down, and it is going down right now on TikTok, go ahead and go over to TikTok and you will see all of the drama, okay? I have the perfect opportunity to tell people about Angel Tree and the Angel Tree program. So if you have no idea what the Angel Tree program is, let me fill you in. So the Angel Tree program is a program that is run by the Salvation Army. And essentially what they do is they will take wish lists of kids in need. And if you are a family in need, you can actually sign your kid up for this on the Salvation Army website. Yeah, like I'll have it here, okay? And I'll have it linked down below too. So you can sign your kid up for this. And essentially they put these kids' names on Christmas trees in stores. So if you've ever been like in Walmart, if you're in the United States, and also side note, I don't know if they have programs like this in other countries. I only know for the United States. I'm sure that they probably have something like it though. But you'll see like in Walmart and stuff, they will have like a Christmas tree right at the entrance of the store, and it'll be filled with tags. Okay. And these tags are tags that have the names of children written on them with their age, their sizes, and a list of things that this child has asked Santa for. That is such an important aspect of this, is understanding that the majority of the kids in need of being on an angel tree still believe in Santa. Okay, very key factor. And so what you do as a shopper, as a consumer, is if you're able to, if you have enough extra income, right, you can take a tag or 2 tags, 3 tags, however many you can afford off of the tree, and you have the opportunity to give this child possibly the best Christmas that they will have in their entire life, because you, the shopper, take the time to go through that tag and you find all of their sizes, you find everything that they like, their style, which they specify on the tag most of the time. And yeah, you can make this kid's wishes and dreams come true. And usually these lists will be filled with some needs and a lot of wants, because again, this is this child's Christmas. They don't understand that it's an adult person shopping for them, right? They don't understand the ins and outs of what Angel Tree is, and a lot of them may not even know that they are an Angel Tree kid. So then after you're done with all of your shopping and everything, you simply give the items bought to the worker, and the worker will handle getting it to the family who is in need of those gifts. Now, if you're sane, you might be asking yourself, why would there even be any drama surrounding giving to children in need on Christmas? Like, we're not the Grinch over here, but you would be very wrong. Every single year, there is drama surrounding the Angel Tree program, because every single year, people will take tags off of the Angel Tree, and instead of just getting what this child is asking for, because again, this is a voluntary thing for you to do, They come online and they complain. They complain about these kids. They complain about what the kids are asking for. They complain that it's too much. They complain that it's too expensive. They complain that they don't actually think that the kid will like, the kid that they've never met before. They know better than that kid what they would like more than that kid every single year. And I definitely know this for sure, even before it started becoming a viral thing on the internet, because I was that kid who was gifted junk for my very first Christmas in foster care. Okay. And I'm not saying that to be mean or sound ungrateful. And a lot of people may hear me say what I'm about to say and comment and talk about how I'm so ungrateful and I could have had it so much worse and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, I definitely could have had it so much worse. But you can say that every tier down. Okay. Find somebody who had it worse than me and you could tell them somebody has had it worse than them. And we can do that all day long. At the end of the day, the point is that all children deserve Christmas. All kids deserve to be normal, and all kids deserve to open up presents on Christmas that they can, will, wear will, and will use, which is why kids are so specific on their lists. Wow, who would have thought? Yes, kids have opinions, and yes, kids are picky and specific, and guess what? So are you. So am I. And if we're allowed to be, they definitely are allowed to be as well, especially when we're talking about gift giving and them asking Santa Claus for a magical, special, wonderful Christmas because they still believe in Christmas magic. Okay, so for my angel tree Christmas, I can't remember everything exactly that I said that I wanted, but I do know that it was like new clothes, some shorts, some pants, and some shirts. Very specific. I remember that. I don't know if I said a specific brand. I don't know, but I do know that I specified new shirts, new shorts, pants, because I had no clothes. Okay. And then I wanted some makeup. I wanted to feel girly. I can't remember again, specific makeup that I asked for. And then I think I asked for a few books in a certain genre. Again, I can't remember. Okay. What I got that Christmas, there was one thing out of the entire bundle that I was able to use, okay? What I got that Christmas was one article of clothing, one item for clothing, and it was a dress. I'm not a dress wearer, didn't ask for a dress. I needed shorts, shirts, and pants, okay? Got me a dress. Also, it was too small for me, so I couldn't wear it anyway, and I hated it. It was not my style at all. And then I got a whole bunch of lip balm. A whole bunch of lip balm, not even gloss, okay? I'm talking chapstick, okay? Lip balm. The only thing out of the entire load, the entire everything that I could use was the duffel bag, little bag that it came in. That did make moving around a little bit easier than having to locate and haul around a trash bag or two. I'm not going to lie. And I am allowed to tell you that I am disappointed at that Christmas. Oh, I am. And it doesn't matter how much you want to comment and tell me that I'm ungrateful and that it could have been so much worse and I should have just been thankful because I would have got nothing. It doesn't matter because guess what? I was already told all of that stuff as the child at the time. And if I wasn't told those things, trust me, I told them to myself because that idea, that thought process had already been so ingrained in us. But as an adult now, as a healed adult now, I know now that I deserved better. I did. I at least deserved clothes that I could wear. I at least deserved the dress to fit me. And I didn't even deserve the dress. I deserved a shirt and a pair of shorts or pants. I deserved a book to read. I deserved an eyeshadow palette instead of copious amounts of lip balm that I was not going to go through. And these other kids do too. And if you are an angel tree kid, you also deserve the things that you took the time to write out on that list. The job of the person who shops for an angel tree child is to literally be Santa. But there are a lot of people who think that these kids don't deserve to have an opinion. And if all they get is one present to open on Christmas and it's a pair of socks, they should just be grateful. And if they're not grateful, then that's on them for basically being a kid. That's crazy, right? To even say out loud, but I'm about to show you somebody who is a shining example of this entire group of people, because I'm not making this video just to send hate to her. Okay. So don't go harassing and hating. She has already taken away and taken down all of these videos. I thankfully was just able to screen record them whenever I saw them pop up organically on my For You page. I am simply just using her as an example because unfortunately she was a huge loudmouth about being entirely wrong about loving kids, and she is a mom also. Isn't that crazy? But don't worry, I also have another example later on in the video of someone who is doing it right. So no, I'm not here to steal away all of your joy right before the Christmas season, which, I mean, for me, it's already Christmas time. Like, we've been listening to Christmas music all week. Okay, so this is the account. It's Cookie Dough, and this is the first video that she posted in a series of 3 videos defending this behavior. Okay, and just a warning, I'm going to be pausing and giving my input frequently. So if you don't like that, this is maybe not the video for you.
Did 2 little Christmas angels, so let's go shopping. We're gonna do the little girl first because obviously I've never shopped for a girl, so let's find some Barbies. Okay. As you can tell, she gave us a hefty list, so let's see what we can do. They said to spend at least $30, so we're gonna aim for $30.
We are barely into the video and I already have to pause it because what do you mean? They gave you a $30 minimum, so you're gonna shoot for $30. Listen, if you can't afford an Angel Tree child to go all out for an Angel Tree child, don't do it then. Don't do it. And now I know I'm going to get the people who say, well, if I don't do it, then there's a possibility that that kid won't get anything. Let me tell you this. Number one, yes, that is a possibility. But you know what else is a possibility is that you leave that tag alone if you're not actually going to go all out and do and get exactly what this child is asking for. You leave it alone and then someone else picks it up who is financially capable and wants to do that for that child. That is the other possibility. And I'll tell you another thing too, as a former foster kid and a former Angel Tree child, yes, it is devastating to have nothing to open up on Christmas. And I'm genuine. I am only speaking for older kids, and I'm not speaking for you. If this doesn't apply to you, then it doesn't apply to you. But I know for me and a lot of my foster sisters, it was easier for us to get nothing and be able to kind of conceptualize that either 1, nobody took our tag, or 2, our foster parents just weren't going to get us anything, than it is to open up gifts that we literally cannot use. That feels like a direct slap in the face versus having nothing and then just dealing with the sadness of that versus being really, really excited, opening it up just to be completely let down. Okay, so it's like, yeah, either way you go, there's pros and cons. But at the end of the day, what we're talking about is people who can and choose not to. That's who we're talking about, okay? So you get a $30 minimum and you are choosing to shoot for that $30 minimum. That is deplorable when we are talking about children in need, where this might be the first time in the entire year, and possibly for some of these kids, the first time in their entire life that they get to ask Santa Claus for gifts. And they are believing that they are going to get these gifts that they are asking. This could be the first time in the entire year that they have a chance to ask for a want, not a need. Because oftentimes children in unfortunate circumstances, whether it be poverty or it be foster care or whatever the situation is, they are always having to focus only on needs and asking for needs because they know that they're not going to get anything that they want. But Christmas comes around and maybe they'll finally get an opportunity and you have the opportunity to do that for them. And you say, $30 minimum. Can you guys do $29.99?
So she definitely wants a Barbie doll, but my thing is I don't know what ethnicity she is, so I don't know her skin color, so I really don't know what kind of doll to get her. Yeah.
What is Baby Alive? What is Sparkle Brown? What is Baby Alive shampoo? Like, this aisle is nothing but Barbies. I don't know what.
We're boy parents.
I'm sorry. I don't think being boy parents prevents your mind from understanding that there are other aisles in the store, and that if you're not finding what you're looking for in that aisle, maybe go to the next toy aisle and you'll find what you're looking for. We're boy parents. The shade that they're throwing towards this little girl makes sense now. It makes sense. Oh, this is a hefty list, and I just can't choose from all of these Barbies because you don't know what ethnicity she is. Genuinely such lame, lazy excuses. I am a mother of not one, not two, but 3 little girls. And my girls play with Barbie dolls and they play with babies. And guess what? Not all of our Barbies and babies are white, because not all people are white, and it genuinely does not matter that you don't need to know her ethnicity to get her a Barbie to play with. If she cared about the ethnicity of a Barbie, she would have specified it. This is a child we're talking about who wants a Barbie doll. Again, the lame excuses to act like this is the hardest thing that you've had to do, and like this is the most tedious, detailed list. Like, oh, it's so difficult to shop for a little girl because we're boy parents. Give me a break. Then just pick boy tags. Like, what in the hell?
I'm a baby alive, everybody. And that's the whole budget. So I bet you this is like the off-brand of Baby Alive because the packaging is almost identical and the dolls are almost identical. But I don't know how she feels about on-brand, off-brand.
Oh my God. Those dolls are not even the same at all. They're not even close to being the same. And anybody with 2 eyes, anybody who can even just read would be able to see that. And I get, she said, oh, the Baby Alive, that's like the whole budget. Okay. So raise the budget then. $30. $30 gets you nothing these days. And honestly, as a boy mom, you should know that. Because my girls also love dinos and trucks and all of those things. But guess what? We don't gender our toys in this house. I don't know what's up with people doing that. My kids love playing with all different kinds of toys. And guess what? The boy toys, just as expensive as the girls' toys. Did you think that the girls' toys were going to be cheaper? Or once again, are we just sitting here hating on this girl simply because she is a girl? Like, it's just weird. It's so weird.
Those eyes look crazy.
Look at those.
Yep, you're getting me in my sleep.
Okay, so she doesn't want a Baby Alive doll. She wants Baby Alive shampoo, and I cannot find that anywhere, so.
They got food and diapers, and then powdered doll food.
Okay, so she did ask for just a baby doll, so I think we should just go the baby doll route because we'll be able to get her at least a few items.
Perfect start, Carter.
Alright, so I think we're gonna go with this one because
It covers like 3 ethnicities.
it's only $10. Yeah, you don't know what ethnicity she is, so she's fine.
Again, like, what a weird comment to make. That's just like such a strange comment, because it's like, why are we thinking that this little girl is going to care so much about what ethnicity her toys are? That makes me wonder, like, how often is skin color talked about in this house? We definitely, in this house, like with my kids, we definitely have had discussions on how some people are darker than other people and some people are lighter than other people. And we go to the library often and we pick out books often about diversity and inclusion and all of these other things. But those are the kinds of conversations that we're having in our house about it. Therefore, I think that's why my kids are more like, just a doll is a doll to them, and they don't care that the doll looks exactly like them. They just care that they're getting more dolls. Whereas, like, I just have to wonder, like, what conversations about diversity are going on in this house that it's like so scary to get something that might not look exactly like the kid. Like, are you only letting your kids play with toys that look exactly like them? Is that why you're thinking that this is going to be such a huge problem?
And it has underpants and a headband outfit and pacifier, so. And it's only $10, so we're gonna do this so we can get her some more stuff. So as I'm reading this, it's a lot of stuff that you really have to like look for and know what the heck you're looking for. Like, it says Baby Alive shampoo, Snuggle Sophia, Barbie Dreamtopia, Mermaid Chelsea doll, like, twirling Ariel toy. I don't even know. I feel bad, but I feel like we should just do the baby doll route. I mean, that's simple, right?
Yep, right? You're so right.
All right, you guys, I genuinely think we should do this with the stroller and the little like doll carrier. What do you guys think? What do you think?
Yep.
I think so. It's $34. Call it a day.
$34 and call it a day. What? Why is this like it sounds these people have such a problem where it's like they feel like they have to do this. They're doing this to get their like good deed of the year done. And so it's just another like chore on their list of stuff that they have to get done. $34, call it a day. You're not even thinking or taking into consideration how this child will feel. You're only considering, let's hurry up and get this done. This is really complicated. Like you have to really know what you're looking for. Okay, that you have the Walmart, you have a phone, yeah. Download the Walmart app and then type in the toys that she's talking about in the search bar and it'll show you where it's at in the store. And if it's not in the store, it'll directly let you get it shipped to the store or to your house. I mean, like, why are we overcomplicating this so much? It's crazy to me how the people who buy angel trees and act like this, they literally act like it's like the worst thing that they've ever had to do in their entire life. When genuinely, if you would just have a better perspective about it, it would probably be something that you and your family could look forward to doing every single year and going and topping last year and topping last year. Let's do 2 kids this year. Let's do 3 kids, or let's do 1 kid and get them like basically like double of everything, right? Like, let's go all out and really make an impact on these kids, because listen, these kids that you're giving these gifts to are real people. Like, these are real kids who will actually really be opening these presents on Christmas morning and looking forward to the things that they had on their wish list. And it is crazy to me how some people don't see that as such a privileged position to be in, to make sure that those kids have a good memory, even if it's the only good memory they have for the entire year. If you have that kind of an attitude, like this kind of an attitude towards buying gifts for underprivileged children, don't. Just don't. If you feel like you have to do that like good deed for those in need once a year, donate your money to like Salvation Army, who is organizing these things. That's what you can do. Okay, then you can check off your little, I gave away $34 to needy children. I'm so much better than everyone else.
You about
we should get
broke
this for
the show.
Girl, guys? Girl?
Yeah, let's see. I can pop it out.
That's a good idea. And then what about this, Carter? Should we get this for a little girl? No. She likes baby dolls. What do you think?
Something.
Alright, baby girl's done. Let's go to the boy. My specialty.
3 gifts for that little girl for $34, and she really feels like she did something. I mean, like, yeah, I do think like getting a stroller, a baby carrier, and a baby doll for $34 is a really good deal. But again, we're not talking about scoring a huge save and a good deal for your own kids, right? We're talking about for a stranger's child. We're talking about for a child in need, where once again, this could be the only opportunity of the entire year that this child has to feel seen, to feel special, to feel normal, where they can go back to school with pride and say, yeah, I got exactly what I wanted. I got exactly what I wanted. Everything else might be going really bad, but I got the exact toy that I wanted. And people like this are depriving children of that. Editing Danielle here. Number 1, sorry for the sound quality. I don't know what was up with my microphones. Number 2, I actually stumbled upon this really great video on my For You page today of a fellow former angel tree recipient, that was hard to say, who shares her experience with being an angel tree on the side of things where she did get what she asked for. And I think it's really important for you guys to hear it in the midst of this conversation. So I'm really glad I stumbled upon it, and I want you guys to hear it. So here you go.
I am a former angel tree kid, and I have some thoughts on this whole angel tree debacle. I did watch the video of the couple that went and wanted to spend the bare minimum of $30 for the angel tree gift donations. And for some context, I'm the oldest of 3 girls, and I was raised by a single parent. My littlest sister also has pretty severe special needs, which made us even more dirt poor, because we had medical bills to pay. So yeah, we were broke. And I believe we benefited from the angel tree or school fundraised adjacent system 3 times in my elementary grade school career. And those Christmases were the most magical. There's a lot of layers here, but if you're not currently in the school system or next to it, you probably don't realize that holidays at schools are a massive deal. You are talking about Christmas for a month prior and a month upon returning. Everybody wants to know what you want for Christmas, and then everybody wants to know what you got for Christmas. They make art projects about it, writing projects about it. Like, everybody wants to know what you got. And there were so many Christmases in my life where I had nothing to say. I had nothing to say. And the anxiety that it caused me, not because I really even cared that much that I didn't get anything, but because I knew it was socially embarrassing to not have gotten what I wanted for Christmas. So there were several years that I straight up lied. I found an item in my home that I really loved and decided to pretend that I got that for Christmas so that I could talk about it, so that I could participate in the activities with my peers. So those angel tree Christmases were a massive deal, not only personally, but also socially, because then I got to go to school and say, I did get the Cinderella Barbie doll. And it was my most prized possession for like years after that. And I didn't know at the time that we had benefited from this charity/donation system. I had no idea. All I knew was Santa loved me. That is how I felt. I felt like finally I was included, because you don't understand, as a kid, you don't understand why your peers are getting things that you are not getting. Even if you do know that you're not in the financial spot, which I did, I still felt like it was something wrong with me. That meant I didn't get the gifts that my friends were getting. So again, those Christmases with the angel tree gifting were massive. You wake up, and again, there were 3 of us, so it really did feel like our house was full of presents and everything was magical, and it really instilled some hope in a time in my life where I really didn't have a lot of tangible hope. And on top of that, I was raised by a man, so we were using 3-in-1 shampoo for our armpits and our hair. You feel? So I see these other videos of people going above and beyond and getting like shampoos and conditioners and soaps and toothpaste and deodorant. And I can't tell you how much those items meant to me too. I felt like an absolute princess. You're telling me I have a separate conditioner for my hair? You're telling me I have sweet pea scented deodorant? I smell gorgeous. I feel gorgeous. It was the best. So watching that video where the couple, I hope, had good intentions, I just feel like it was sort of misaligned. It's not to say that the $30 wasn't enough, that the intentions weren't good and that you weren't doing the right thing, but there are other charities that your $30 could actually make an impact. You could quite simply make 10 gift boxes of just essential items to donate to kids on a completely separate like donation system, not angel tree. But the idea of angel tree is to make these kids feel included, is to give them something that they're not otherwise going to get. If you're not going to spoil them, I don't think you should participate. And that really is how I feel.
It's making it to where children go to school kind of ashamed to talk about their Christmas because they know that they might get made fun of for not getting as much as other kids.
Oogie Pookie, can I see that so I can put it in the buggy? Thank you. What we're doing is we're donating toys to kids who don't have a Christmas. So what are we doing, Luke?
Getting kids for they can have toys for Christmas.
Amen. There you go. Okay, so Jordan looked up the Snuggle Sophia Sparkle Brown, and he said that's exactly what she wants. So he's thinking we should just get that, call it a day. And I was thinking you should get all of that, but I don't know. What do you want to do? You signed up for it.
Look at that.
All right, that's it. She's going to get one present to open on Christmas.
Laughing about that. Okay, that's it. She's gonna get one present to open on Christmas. I don't understand the cruelty. It's cruel. It's so cruel. Like, I don't understand it. Why would you sign up for something that you don't care about actually doing and going all out for? That's like deciding to volunteer at like a food pantry and giving out 1 can of food and being like, I did it. I volunteered. I'm officially a volunteer and I do community service for the public. I'm such a good person. No, you're not. What you did was you exploited someone else's poorer circumstance to make yourself feel better and to have some sort of a bragging point. Because then when somebody says to you, that doesn't really make you a volunteer, all you did is give out 1 can of soup to someone, then they can say, well, have you volunteered? Well, have you gone to a food pantry? Like, no, like, you're not understanding what anyone's saying here. Like, you're not a good person for exploiting someone else to make yourself feel or look better. Even if you did do something technically good while doing it. 1 can of soup, yes, it helped 1 person. But if you would have committed to staying there for a couple hours, you would have helped multiple people. Yes, 1 gift, only spending the minimum $30 is something, but you could have made that child feel so much more seen and validated and special if you would have committed to actually doing what they are asking to be done.
This is Chelsea right here. So it's probably that little girl. I don't know. These are... Oh, right here, Club Chelsea, maybe? Right here, Jordan?
Mermaid Chelsea doll.
Oh, damn. She's so specific. I told Jordan, I was like, you just made me do all that thinking and problem solving just for you to go and pick out your toy. So I was like, you know what? Just do the boy. Okay, so what's wrong with Sophia Sparkle?
She wants Snuggle Sophia.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. You figure it out.
It's so crazy to me. Yeah, you go figure it out. Like, can you guys not work together to make this kid's Christmas like a dream come true? Why are we sitting here, like, you guys are acting like somebody has you at gunpoint to do this. No one has you at gunpoint to do this. You're choosing to do it and complaining the whole time. And then if that little girl grows up to come on YouTube or TikTok and talk about how 1 year she didn't get everything that she wanted, and maybe she had really specific reasons for wanting those things and it really negatively impacted her, they will be the same people to say, you're just a spoiled and grateful brat. And completely ignore the why these kids are asking for these things, because kids are not stupid. Kids aren't stupid. There is oftentimes very specific reasons that they want the things that they're asking for. And honestly, if you're a volunteer to help get them the things that they're asking for, it's not up to you to question or decide if that's valid.
Christmas, this is like his big present.
Oh, this is she had to take a stop to show what they're getting one of their kids for Christmas.
We're also getting this for Carter for Christmas. This is like his big present right there.
And saying, oh, this is his big present. Now, mind you, they're only willing to spend $30 on this little girl. And this one singular gift is like $59, $60 for this one singular gift. And in the same video where she is complaining about how much money that they're going to spend, that they're going to shoot for $30 for a child in need, she's going to pan over to what she's going to get her kids who aren't in need. It's so insensitive. It's so out of touch. Like, a lot of people might sit there and say, like, what's the big deal? Who cares? Like, I'm sure a lot of people who are angel tree shopping, like, might also be considering things for their kids too. And that's not a problem at all. The problem is that you're sitting here publicly telling people, I'm only willing to spend the bare minimum on a child who has gone through trauma, and I'm still going to spoil the hell out of my own kids. Okay, and no one is saying neglect your own kids to spoil the hell out of a kid that you don't know. I'm not saying to do that. But what I am saying is it's so disgusting of you to sit here and come online talking about, oh, let's just shoot for $30. Oh, that might go over budget. I don't know. And then sit there and pan over and be like, but I am willing to drop $60 on that one singular toy for one of my kids. It is insensitive. It shows that you're not trying and that your heart isn't in this at all. It's just a chore for you that you just want to get done as quick as possible, instead of realizing what you have in your credit card right now is a child's childhood. A huge memory that could last them for the rest of their life and impact them either negatively or positively for the rest of their life. And you don't get to determine that based off of what you think that they should actually get.
This is like a funny example between men and women and boys and girls. This little boy only put remote control, car, skateboard, soccer ball, Legos. Like literally 4 items. And the rest of that girl's page was like...
I have to ask... I just have to wonder, is there a big age difference between this little girl and little boy? Is there a big age difference? Because age definitely determines the cost and amount of certain items. that children want. And also, why are we shaming this little girl for being specific? It literally starts in childhood, right? We are told, women are told, you're too specific, you're too needy, you want too many things, you're too loud, it's always too much, too much, too much. When in reality, if other people would change their perspective, it's actually this little girl is able to clearly communicate exactly what she wants. That's impressive. She is able to be very precise about the things that she wants so that there is no confusion. I'm not understanding why that is such a bad thing.
The rest of that girl's page was like covered up to. So he's gonna be very easy to shop for. I feel like we should do what? Remote control car and a soccer ball. Okay. Okay. What? Isn't that the biggest, coolest monster truck ever?
Yeah.
Carter is obsessed with like extra large vehicles.
Mom, look at this, Mom.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That is so cool. All right, so here remote control cars are about $35 minimum. So I think we're gonna wait and hold off on that and go to Walmart because I feel like we can get more for the little boy instead of just like one toy. I just feel so bad they're opening one toy.
See, it's so crazy to me too, is like the difference between when she made a joke about the little girl only getting to open up one toy, but the little boy, she feels really bad. But it was funny whenever she is the one who made the joke, oh, I guess she's only gonna get one toy to open on Christmas. But with the boy, it's really sad. I know why, and it's because she's a boy mom and she is a true blue to her bones boy mom. So I feel like a lot of like boy moms internally hate themselves and they haven't worked on that part of themselves to be able to have empathy and love for little girls. It's really, really quite sad. And also that applies to girl moms too. My own mom was a problem and hated girls because she hated herself. But it's just so gross and unfair to me. And it's like, if you have that much internalized hatred for little girls, for women, for things that are feminine, don't pick a girl to shop for, dude. Like, if you're better at buying toys for boys, just shop for boys. If you're only good at buying toys for teenagers, only pick teens tags. If you're only good at buying baby stuff, only pick baby tags. Like, is it really that hard? Like, do people like, I don't understand. I don't, because then they half-ass it and it's the kids who have to deal with the aftermath, not them.
Okay, we went to a different section and they have this, so I think we're gonna get this for the little boy. This is, yeah, this is for the little boy. Carter goes, oh. I'm gonna see how much they are and Daddy's gonna decide.
Mom, pick me up.
Please? Carter, look at this big old crane. You like that? You want that for Christmas?
$12.
Oh, perfect. All right, guys, we can get this. We can get this for you guys.
No, I want that.
What? You just said you did.
No, I know. Pick me up.
What'd you say?
$10.
There you go. Look at that.
Okay, so that was video number one. So what did we gather from video number one is that the little boy got two toys. He got a ball and he got the remote control car, and the little girl seemingly only got one toy, question mark? I mean, from this one video alone, we can only assume based off of what she said toward the end of shopping for the little girl, that they put all of the baby stuff back and went ahead and just ordered the doll or whatever. Actually, we kind of don't even really know because it was kind of there was no real conclusion. They didn't really show any thing specifically for the girl because they were talking about putting the baby stuff back and then getting the doll that he had on his phone, but then they talked about not doing that and instead getting that other doll. I don't know. Girl maybe has possibly only one gift to open. Boy has two gifts to open. So obviously, based off of her nasty, disgusting ass attitude throughout the entirety of shopping for that little girl and just shopping for Angel Tree in general, people were upset and I was upset. I couldn't believe that my For You page put that on my For You page. I was horrified and disgusted. My For You page is meant to be full of funny videos and political videos too, but also funny videos, and it just makes me laugh, and then sometimes get really scared and then laugh, you know what I'm saying? But I was actually super happy to see the negative pushback for her video, because last year I got into some like TikTok beef with this girl who's on TikTok. I'll have her like picture here unless I'm like blocked or something. I am in fact blocked, so I will link my original video here. Your video literally turned my stomach. It was so out of touch. And yes, your bio is actually completely accurate, even if you have struggled in your life, because hi, I'm a person who has severely struggled in my life, and there was a good about 8-year chunk of my life that I lived in this privileged delusion. Believe it or not, you can actually struggle while also having privilege, and your privilege is shining through significantly. I'm going to take a shot in the dark and assume that you have never been an Angel Tree recipient, that you have never been a child in crisis, not knowing if you're going to get Christmas one year. I'm going to take a chance to bet that you've not been in that position of being like, damn, this is the first time in maybe years that I've ever got to write out a list of things that I just want or things that I think I need. And maybe, just maybe, Santa Claus, a Christmas miracle, a kind donor will meet all of my needs and wants. For the first time, I don't have to explain myself, why I need or want these specific items, and then be given things that you can't use or won't use, or are clearly very, very cheap knockoffs of things that you would have used for years on end that are going to break in a couple months. And I could be completely wrong. If you were a child like that and you were in those positions, you were a recipient, whatever it looks like, why are you so bitter for children holding themselves to a higher standard than you did? Because you also deserved those things that you put on your list. And I am sorry to you if you ever had a truly devastating Christmas, because there's a difference between being disappointed in some gifts, right? Like wanting Apple AirPods, but, you know, getting normal headphones, and being devastated because you poured your heart out for this specific Christmas list full of needs and possibly wants, and the person who picked your tree, your little card, disregarded everything because of their budget or what they thought was better for you, because they feel like you should just be grateful, because what's the alternative? The bottom of the barrel? Maybe nothing? Those children are not ungrateful for being disappointed. These children deserve better. You deserved better. I deserve better. And they will never get better until we start advocating for them. And yes, you do owe those children those gifts when you choose their tag off of that tree. Are you kidding me? No one is forcing you to participate in this program at all. If you can't afford or do not want to spend that kind of money on underprivileged children, then donate to like the bus drive. Crowdfund with your family for one other family. There's so many other things that you can do besides degrading already underprivileged families for simply calling out a flaw in the system that's been there since day one and won't get changed until we start calling it out. I have 2 other videos on this topic for all of the nuances I'm sure is probably flooding to anybody's brain right now who's not familiar with me and the videos that I've made on this topic. So feel free to watch those, and if you leave a comment that those videos could help you out with, I'm going to just reference you to those videos. You were wrong for this. You really were wrong for this. But me and her got into it because she had said something about the Angel Tree program, and I can't remember exactly what she said. I'm sure I could like find the videos, and if I do, I'll put them up. But essentially it was something of the effect of like, basically Angel Tree kids, you know, shouldn't complain. They should just be grateful for anything. Beggars can't be choosers. Basically the conversation that we're having today. And me and her went back and forth on TikTok a little bit. And to my knowledge, she still thinks that today. But I remember back then, a year ago, it kind of felt very split. Like a lot of people really were dead ass telling me that I'm wrong and that kids in those situations should just be grateful and that I should have just been grateful. But guess what? My feelings on that still haven't changed. And guess what? Being told that I should be grateful for getting whatever I get my entire life still didn't change how it made me feel, and it still negatively impacted me. So if you are a former Angel Tree kid and you're one of those who are of the belief of, well, I also had bad Angel Tree years or bad Christmases where I didn't get anything, so you should just be grateful and shut your mouth because things could be so much worse, that's fine. You can live by that. I will not. I will use my voice to stand up for the children who are in these positions now and cannot advocate for themselves. So if this video even convinces one person to go bless a child with a fantastic Angel Tree Christmas, then my job is done, and I'm glad I didn't stop complaining no matter how much everyone wanted me to. But as social media goes, she was getting all of this negative feedback, and she decided to make a follow-up video. And this is that video.
I have seen so many videos about people regretting doing an angel tree, and I would read the comments and it will have the truth, because I posted an angel tree video. I got so many comments about this saying, don't put the tag back. If you can't buy everything, put it back. Okay, first of all, y'all need to go watch Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas again and figure out the true meaning of Christmas. Let's get that straight, okay?
Newsflash. There is no true meaning of Christmas. I mean, we as Americans at least have made Christmas and every single home our own so much that there is no true meaning of Christmas. Every single family has a different meaning for Christmas, and not everybody has seen Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas or whatever. And honestly, I don't care what Mickey Mouse has to say the point of Christmas is. The point of Christmas is joy, is love, is togetherness, and not feeling alone. The point of Christmas is feeling seen, feeling loved. And oftentimes for children, they understand that the most through gifts, especially children who may not be able to hug their mother on Christmas, who may not be able to hug their dad on Christmas, who may not be able to hug their brother or sister on Christmas. I don't think they really care about what Mickey's true meaning of Christmas is. I think all they care about is if they can't see any of their family, they damn sure are just hoping that they at least get the toy they asked for. They don't care about Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas, and kids in crisis situations often don't care that it's Jesus's birthday, even though it's actually, technically it's not, and I know that also because I went to Bible college. But it doesn't matter what the point of Christmas is. We as adults can conceptualize and create a point of Christmas, but children can't. They learn it from whoever they're around. So to justify your failure and your neglect to actually care for these children in need with the excuse of gift giving isn't even the point of Christmas is so cheap, because maybe for you it's not. But for these kids, it is. That's the whole point of the Angel Tree program. You quite literally signed up to a program that says giving gifts, and this program is the meaning of Christmas, right? For these kids, to give these kids gifts for Christmas. So I don't care. Again, I don't think they care what Mickey Mouse has to say.
And second, it is so funny when I see people come on TikTok, come on videos in general, and jump to conclusions. So let me just post something real quick on my greens. Okay, what do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3 items, all that were on that little girl's list, okay? Wait a second, hold on, I got something better. Look at the date. Picked up November 10th. Today's November 12th. I posted that video last night, so...
Oh my God, guys, she got us. She so got us. We look so stupid. We look so stupid because she actually did get that little girl some gifts. She just didn't tell you. Ha ha ha. How was anybody supposed to know that? You are dumb. No, like actually, you are so stupid and you look stupid, especially with your stupid little hee 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 laugh. You are so dumb. You made a video and the only information you shared is that you didn't want to spend more than $30 and that this little girl just made your life a living hell and that she was only getting one gift, a doll. Do we know if it was the doll in the cart, the doll on the phone, or the doll that he had holding in his hands? We don't know that, but that is all of the information that we have. And as the owner of this content, you would know that. You know what you're posting, right? So are we admitting to willfully withholding information for clicks and views? I'm confused. Where is the gotcha? Because this is not even still a gotcha moment, because you purposely withheld information of saying, hey, we ended up ordering toys online. Don't worry, we made their Christmas special, because you thought that the video would do well by like shorting a child. I'm confused. And I wonder if she was going to share this information after that video, if it would have got a positive reaction. Like, would she still have been like, oh, and I also bought more things? Or did she only share this because she sees the negative reaction and genuinely thinks that she got us? I think she really thinks that she got us, and that's so embarrassing.
That's embarrassing for you guys. People who are going out of their way to help other people who can't do something for their kids,
let's not judge them. How about that? Let's not critique them. And especially, let's not critique if you are not doing it as well.
Wrong. You can critique. This mindset pisses me off so much as a former foster kid. This mindset of, if I'm doing something for that child that that child's parent wouldn't do, then you don't get to judge me, especially if you're not stepping in to do it too, kept me from complaining so many times when I had a valid reason to actually complain when I was in foster care. And it kept me from being honest with myself about my experiences in foster care for so long because, well, they took me in when I had nowhere to go. Oh, well, I ran away and I would have been on the streets if they wouldn't have let me live with them. Therefore, even if there were things that were legitimately bad going on, or I felt really bad about something, I don't get to know that that's true and that that's true for me because they didn't have to even try. And that's wrong, because that's how you feel. You're allowed to have those experiences. It doesn't inherently make you ungrateful. It doesn't inherently mean anything negatively about you. Doing something for someone, especially someone in need, does not absolve you from criticism. In fact, you should be open to criticism if what you are doing is trying to make a positive impact on those in need. You should be open to being criticized on how to better serve and help them. That's only going to help you be of better service to these people that you apparently care about so much that are in need. But no, so many times they think that they are untouchable. I can do whatever I want. And as long as I have leverage, right? The leverage of being able to say, well, I did this and I paid for this and you should just be grateful, then they can't say anything negative about me, because the alternative was that they had nothing, they got nothing. So you can't say anything wrong or negative about me. That's wrong.
I hope that every single one of your angels that you guys said negatively about my own angels make out better than the 3 toys that I got her, and the remote control car and the soccer ball and whatever else he got, because I told him, I said, you're gonna finish this because you're the one who signed up for it. And I literally said in the video, I was like, I just picked out 3 items for this little girl. You said it, you didn't want to get those, so I was like, you figure it out. Sure enough, he did. November 10th, today's the 12th. So like, guys, first of all, if these kids are truly in as much need as you guys are saying that they are, they would be grateful for anything. And they're like, they probably get off-brand stuff all the time. This is their one time out of the year to get stuff. Okay, that's great. At the end of the day, they're gonna be grateful for whatever they have. And if they're not, that's on them and their upbringing. Like, you can't, I grew up poor.
It's disgusting. That is so genuinely disgusting that if they are not grateful for whatever they get, then that's on them and their upbringing. And we're talking about kids who are poor. We're talking about kids who have been abused. We're talking about kids who haven't had shoes that fit them right in months, probably. Kids who don't have clothes that fit them right. Kids who have not played with a new toy in possibly years. This is who we're talking about. And it's so gross to use children as pawns, especially children in need as pawns. Talking about how I hope your angel tree kids who you've been talking bad about mine, like, first of all, these aren't your kids. Okay, stop talking about them like you care. First of all, like, it's a personal thing, like you actually care. If you actually do care, fine. Call them your angel tree kids and show off all of the stuff that you did to spoil the hell out of your angel tree kid. But like literally skimping out and doing the bare minimum and then still claiming it as my kid and like being like, well, mine and yours, and it's like a war between people's angel kid. That's so weird. These are real children. Literally all that matters in the entirety of this conversation is that these children wake up on Christmas morning and are absolutely blown away. That's what we're arguing about. And you think literally that they should just be grateful for anything, as if the point of the Angel Tree program is not to give these kids a chance at getting what they're specifically asking for. Like, I don't get it. Like, and then she says, oh, well, my husband's the one who signed up for it, which is why I made it his problem. Okay. You should care about kids, especially as a mom, especially as a Christian. I am genuinely, this year of 2025, like, I was already fed up with Christianity and Christians as a whole, hence why I deconstructed, I left the church, and I don't believe in like religion and stuff. But it's like this year in particular, man, they just are really just grinding on my gears with their just hatefulness, towards poor people and needy people. I don't like them. That's crazy, because they were Jesus's best friend. And apparently you guys claim that Jesus is your best friend. I'm sick of it.
Just to be kind this Christmas. And if you guys, I literally watched a video of a girl who saw her angel parent post the stuff she bought her child for the angel tree and just bashed her. And I was reading the comments and people were like, this is why I don't do angel trees, because they ask for stuff that I can't even buy my own kids. And it's like, don't even say like, leave it for the people who can buy stuff. Because hold on, let me look it up. Okay, so y'all got lucky and there's no set number for how many angel tree children do not get picked up, but I was looking at different sources. One was Salvation Army from 2024 that still needed 150 kids to be chosen. And one was another one that needed they actually had 70 that didn't get picked up. So just look at those numbers. Like, not every kid gets adopted. So don't say just put the tag back and let a family who can do it, do it. Okay, that's insane to say to somebody who's donating. And we're also donating to animal shelters.
Pause, because we're about to get into a whole other dynamic here, okay? So let's just pause for a second and talk about what she's talking about here with like the just putting the tags back and, you know, kids who don't get picked and things like that. Yeah, that's going to happen regardless. That's going to happen even if everybody just like spent like $10 on the angel trees that they got, right? There are going to be kids' names that don't get picked. But those kids don't go without that year. There are still toy drives. There's all different kinds of programs to be able to fill in that gap if a child's name doesn't get picked. However, you don't have to pick the tags of kids who are asking for stuff that you can't even afford to buy your own kid. Like, why does it matter? If you can't afford to buy it for your own kid, then clearly you can't afford to buy it for this kid, so just don't buy it. Don't make it sound like that kid is an ungrateful, spoiled brat for asking for something that even your kids can't afford. That's insane. Half the time, kids don't even know the prices of the things that they're asking for. They don't really have a concept of that. But look, if you're going to do like an angel tree gift for a kid and you're worried about how much it's going to cost, or you know that you won't be able to afford all of the gifts on that kid's list, then go in it with somebody else. Find somebody else who wants to, you know, buy half of the list and then you buy half of it, or like a group of people. Like, it doesn't have to just be a you thing. Like, we really need to get to a point where we're starting to talk to people. Like, we're talking to more people than just those outside of our family, and we're making real life friends who have the same values as us and who want to see the world be a better place and who want to see those in need have what they need and then some. Like, those are the kinds of friends that we need to be making if you want to be participating in things like this, because people out there like that do exist and they're more than happy to go in one with you and make it happen. But whenever you look at things like this as just well, you know, God says, or my convictions say I need to give to a charity at least once a year, so I guess I'll throw some of my charity money to these kids. Meanwhile, what I'm really concerned about is animals. Because animals are the most vulnerable, right? I can't make this up, dude. I can't.
Because that was my charity. The angel tree wasn't even my choice. It was Jordan's. I pursue animals when it comes to donating, because like, animals didn't ask to be here. I mean, shit, kids didn't ask to be here either, but you would catch me on a foot website trying to buy my kids their damn Christmas.
Over what? You will catch me on a foot website to pay for my kids' Christmas over what? Making them be an angel tree kid? Why? Why? Because angel tree kids are just, you would never associate with that. You would never be that kind of mom. I'm the kind of mom where I would sell pictures of my feet before I sign my kids up for a charity. It is, you're nasty. Like, genuinely, this is nasty. You're nasty. Clearly have not evolved since high school, especially with like her like mannerisms. Like, that was my charity. And like her like, I can't. It's literally like talking to a 15-year-old or like listening to a 15-year-old talk that's trapped in like a 30-year-old's body. It is so, it's cringing me out, man. And I just said cringing me out, but I am so just like annoyed. I am so annoyed. And again, with like the animals are my specialty, where I like to donate my money because they didn't ask to be here. Okay, yeah, that's true. But at the end of the day, when it comes to children versus animals, children always come first, period, end of story. And as a mom, I feel like you should feel that way too, right? Like that's kind of baffling to me. Like no shade, no hate to people who donate to things that help animals. Like absolutely, please do that. Please do that. We need people to be advocating for all causes, right? Not one person cannot advocate for all causes, but all people can find a cause to advocate for, right? But it's so weird to me that in a conversation about where you're going to be putting your effort forth and donating to between needy children and animals, and a mother is saying, I would rather put more effort into taking care of the animals than the kids, that is so disturbing to me. It genuinely is so weird and disturbing to me.
And I truly think that the world just needs happiness. It needs kindness, okay? So it's always the people who didn't donate either, who walked past the angel tree and said, you know what? And the funny thing is the area that Jordan got this from, they literally told him, they said, hey, just spend $25 before tax. Like, when did all these guidelines get set on how much you need to spend and how many items you have to get off their Christmas list, all this stuff? But at the end of the day,
because they shouldn't have been set. There should have been no guidelines set on how much people need to spend, because people should just be buying what the kids are asking for and not trying to skimp out as much as they possibly can. That's why. So it's not you have to hit the minimum, because like that's actually the maximum. You should look at the minimum of like as like that's the baseline, like at least $25, at least. That's, I want to stay as far away from that 25 as possible, not let's hit it as close as possible as we can. Like it's so weird to me. And then she talks about, oh, we just need happiness. That's what the world just needs, is happiness. Well, you want to know something that brings kids a lot of happiness? Christmas presents on Christmas that they asked for. I know, that's a wild thought.
we still got 3 items off of her list before y'all even said all this shit. So y'all just look silly. And this blush is too damn red. But it's okay, because I don't take shit personal, but I just don't like hypocrites either. So may y'all's angels be blessed, because by the looks of my comments, they're about 70 adopted angels. Anyway, have a great day and be kind to somebody, okay? You guys are grown adults. Let's just act it.
Also, if you're... Oh my God, and then she just goes into some bullshit with her hair. And you guys are grown adults. Act it. The pot calling the kettle black. This is crazy. Guys, she was not done after this. She had one more video of one more thing that she had to say before she deleted everything. Okay, because she does not take anything personal, remember?
Okay, so there's obviously still some confusion that a lot of people are unaware of for some reason. So I think that video was posted 11/11, okay? So it was exposed to the world on 11/11, right? The order purchased from Walmart with the proof that it was purchased, the order confirmation, whatever it was, 11/10. So we had already gotten the little girl's items off of her list before that video was even posted, before you guys even knew we went angel Christmas tree shopping. Okay, so this is my point. They're like, oh, well, you didn't include that in the context. I shouldn't have to. If somebody is donating their own money and their own time, I shouldn't have to clarify what all I bought.
You also shouldn't lie to people. You shouldn't mislead people and rage bait people and using a child's Christmas as the prop of the rage bait. Okay, and maybe I'm completely misinterpreting it, but from what I'm understanding is the day before she posted the shopping video, after editing the shopping video and everything, she had already purchased these toys. So then she makes the shopping video and heavily implies and leaves us to imagine and believe that she got basically nothing for these kids and also didn't care. And now wants to talk about how, well, I shouldn't have to explain all of this. You're like, I'm sorry. No, you don't have to explain any of it. You are anyway, but you are not you are not immune to us telling you that you're a bad person. You're a liar. You manipulated the truth and you half-assed some kids' Christmas.
Like, since when did it become such a stigma for Angel Tree? Like, you have to buy everything off the list. This is what discourages people from actually donating. And this is why trees are left so full. Because people are like, if you cannot buy everything off the list, then you don't need to get anything at all. Put it back. So the tag can just sit there? Or you want to risk the opportunity that maybe somebody will buy everything off of their list? Like, it's just crazy.
No. So the thing is like, people aren't saying that you need to buy every single thing on the kids list. What we're saying is don't half-ass a kid's list. If you're planning on only spending $30, if you're planning on only spending the bare minimum on a kid's wish list, then don't shop. That's what we're saying, is that you should only be shopping for these kids if you plan on doing your best to make it magical.
But you know what? It's fine. I can take the heat. It's whatever. If you guys want to bully and bash, that's on you guys as a person. I know what I did, and I know I gave 2 little kids a Christmas, so that's fine with me. I will say that was Jordan's charity. He picked the tags. He read the tags. I didn't even read them. I didn't even pick them. I didn't even want to do the vlog, but he said, you should vlog this. I was like, okay. Sure enough, my fucking love. But you know what? It's okay, because all of the proceeds from that video are going towards my charity, which I pick animals. I choose shelter animals because so many animals are left on the street.
And so are kids. Like, this just shows her character in total. It's like, I'm gonna take all of the money that I'm making off of these videos talking to me about how I half-assed a real life child's Christmas and I maybe could have done better. And instead of taking that money and trying to do something better for those kids with the money she made off of exploiting their situation, she chooses to donate it to animal shelters because animals are on the streets. So are kids. Kids face homelessness all the time, especially foster kids. Why are we, I don't understand. I just have to ask, like, I just have to imagine, like, you had to have lived such a privileged life with such secure attachment to your family to be able to think like this, to think like, animals are actually more important than literal children in need. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand.
I worked with animals. I've seen people drop off their dog that they've had for over a decade to get euthanized and don't even stay. Drop them off like they're chopped liver. Animals.
I'm not even going to force you to listen to the rest of her ramblings on about how animals, and specifically dogs, are like the most vulnerable creatures in our entire society, because I'd rather show you guys some hope and inspiration this Christmas season, specifically for Angel Tree kids. And that is this lovely lady, Serena Neal, who is doing Angel Tree shopping videos, and I want to show you how it should be done. And before I show this to you, I just want to say again, with the money part, okay, like, some kids do ask for really expensive items, and again, that's when I say, if you can't afford that ticket, put it back. Like, for instance, what you're about to see is one of these kids asked for an iPad, and I oftentimes see a lot of people talking about how, oh, kids don't need iPads, they don't actually need that, like, it's not an actual need, blah, 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 blah. And number one, whoa there, buddy, you don't get to decide what a kid wants and needs and what's good for them, especially a kid that you don't personally know. And number two, again, kids are asking for things for a specific reason. You have no idea if she's asking for that iPad because that's her only way of communicating with her dad that's in prison, if she's anything like like me. If you don't know she's asking for that iPad because that's her only way to FaceTime her sibling who might be in another foster home, you have no idea why. So if you are having to ask, like rationalize with yourself about, well, they don't really need this, then maybe just leave that tag and let somebody else try to help that child.
I think it's angel tree time. Let's go see. Oh my gosh, it's right there. Oh my gosh. It's Christmas time. I have a 7-year-old boy, a 17-year-old boy, and a 4-year-old girl.
Also, side note, I love when I see people picking the teenagers tags because I was a teen in foster care, and again, like especially as a teen in foster care, I felt so overlooked. I wasn't yet an adult, but also I was closer to being an adult than I was closer to being a toddler. So oftentimes like caseworkers, like my team, foster parents and stuff, they just kind of viewed me as like, just kind of like the bummy 40-year-old son that lives in my basement and won't get out yet. But also I was literally just a kid, dude. I was still just a kid and I just wanted to feel like a kid. Even though I was a teenager, you know, I still was a kid. So when I see people choosing the teen tags, it really touches a soft place in my heart. It really does.
I'm so excited. Start with clothes. My little boy clothes. I have shoes, a jacket. Boys love Minecraft. He's size 6'7". Must. If I had a child, they would be wearing this Sonic sweat set. These are nice. They feel like those Lululemon ABC pants. Vegas Nights beanies. I got all the clothes. Let's do a fashion show. For my 4-year-old girl, I got this nightgown, a matching set, a little dress, this outfit, and this outfit. Simple shoes and a beanie, socks and underwear. And for my 17-year-old boy, let me know if I'm in your way. I'm just doing a little fashion show. No. This little sweat set.
Yes.
Big
cute,
sweat
cute.
set.
Cute. Very cute.
I agree. This outfit, it's a little monochrome. Nice colors though. I liked it too. Thank you. This outfit, another t-shirt, beanie, shoes, and socks and underwear. For my 7-year-old boy, I got this Sonic sweat set, this outfit, and this one. Jacket, beanie, and shoes, Minecraft socks and underwear. So that's my clothing haul, so now let's go get the toys. My 17-year-old boy says he wants a PS5 controller and a skateboard. I mean, what do you think is cooler?
Yeah,
let's do the camo then. The camo one's really cool. Now we'll get a skateboard. I'm thinking they're with the bikes because wheels. Oh look, I was right. Look, an eagle. My 7-year-old boy wants Legos, K-pop Demon Hunter, and a racetrack. I think this is awesome. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you. We did the F1 Ferrari and the F1 little 2-pack, this 3-in-1 truck helicopter thing that they can build and rebuild. We checked on the app and sadly there is no K-pop Demon Hunter stuff here. So I wonder if we do one of these like Mr. Beast lab things. I feel like little boys love Mr. Beast. This one comes with cars. Okay, we'll do this racetrack. A few more little cars. Then for my little girl, she wants playset, dress-up clothes, and honeybee stuffy. So we'll look for a honeybee stuffed animal. I found one, but it's like Minecraft, but I think that's okay. I don't really know what a playset is. Is this a playset? You can never go wrong with Elsa. Let's go back to the pajamas and get the other little pajama dresses. They have all these princess nightgowns. I feel like that's perfect because then it's dress up, but then they can also sleep in it. There's Jasmine. This one has pants with like a skirt overlay. We have a pretty Belle dress, an Ariel with a tail, and a little Elsa dress. And a little tiara shoe set. Let me show you what I got. This is for my 17-year-old boy. So we have socks, underwear, beanie, shoes, PS5 controller, skateboard, and 3 outfits. For my 7-year-old boy, shoes and a hat, socks and underwear, a sweat set, a jacket, 2 outfits, some Hot Wheels, Mr. Beast lab, and some Legos. And for my 4-year-old girl, we have a matching set, 2 outfits, a little dress, a bee stuffed animal, a crown and a tiara, a ton of pajama dress-up dresses, shoes, socks, underwear, a little hat, and a playset. And then a little something for me, Cosmo and Wanda Red Bull. All ready to go. Hi, I just have Angel Tree drop-offs. Can I just leave this over here? Awesome. Have a good one. Oh my gosh, it's nighttime. Happy Angel Tree season. I'll come back and do more soon.
The differences between these two shoppers for Angel Tree recipients is astonishing, isn't it? Not even what was bought, but the attitudes, the excitement from Serena to be able to do something good for children in need and wanting to give them as magical of a Christmas as possible. And if you also notice, there was some things that she couldn't find, that she couldn't buy. And so without a second thought, she just replaced it with something that was, you know, as similar and still exciting to be able to replace it with. She didn't just say, oh well, I guess they're just not gonna get that. And then the use of clothing too. Like clothing is so important, and it's important to buy clothing that, you know, a kid's gonna be excited to wear, not just, you know, boring clothes, right? I really appreciate how she was so thoughtful and caring with every single thing that she picked out, and the excitement is really just the cherry on top versus the other one, where it's just literally, oh, the negativity is just, it makes me feel icky. So I'm really glad to end on Serena, because I've just been feeling like, oh, like, oh my God, you're making it sound like the worst thing ever to do. And I think the people who hate angel tree shopping are only the kind of people who are only generous for praise. So like if they're not going to be praised for something that they feel like they did was good, then it wasn't worth it to them and they're never going to do it again, instead of being like, oh, maybe I can do better next time. And it's just really refreshing to see people like Serena be excited about these programs as a former recipient and as a former foster kid, because it's like, I feel like probably the person who picked out my gifts was the latter shopper, right? But Serena did get something wrong. She purchased the wrong toy for a child, and one of the commenters called this out and corrected her and said, hey, you actually got the wrong toy and the right toy is so-and-so. And look at how Serena responded.
Can I ask you a question? I did an angel tree drop off like a day or so ago, and I realized that one of the presents on the tag I got like wrong. And I was wondering if by chance you still had it, because if you still had it, I could like just grab what it was and stick it in the bag. It was for a little girl named... Oh, you do have it? Oh, that's amazing. Can I go find it and then I'll stick it in? Okay, that'd be amazing. Thank you so much. I got a lot of comments on my last angel tree that the honeybee stuffy is like an actual brand. So let's go see if we can find the honeybee stuffy. Stop! That's so fun. Oh my gosh, yeah, look, honeybee acres. Okay. They look like littlest pet shops. It's a little mouse in a little bakery. That's so cute. We'll do the bakery and then this little pack. Oh, hi. Could I just add this in? It was just that amazing. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Have a good one. A correct honeybee Christmas.
Okay, a couple things to know. Number one, she didn't have to go back and correct her mistake. She didn't have to do that, but she chose to go that extra mile. And I promise you, these kids will remember when you go an extra mile. I promise you. You'll probably never talk to these kids a day in your life. You'll probably never know what they look like. You'll never know if they loved the gifts or not. But I promise you, if you take your time to try, they notice. I promise you. We notice when someone actually tried and when someone didn't try. And I think what kids appreciate the most, especially kids in needy situations, is the effort. We notice the effort. We notice when you only wanted to spend 30 bucks. We can tell. And we can tell if you wanted to spend more but couldn't. We can tell. It's noticed. It doesn't go unnoticed. She went back and she not only corrected her mistake, but she didn't take the mistaked toy out. She didn't take it out to try to get her money back. She literally left it in and just said, add these. And she didn't just get the right toy, but she got more things to go with that toy. Like, the generosity here is what is to be noted. And the attitude towards shopping for this child in need is what is to be noted. Not the money spent, not the amount of gifts these kids are getting, but the effort and love and care that's being put towards shopping for these kids is astounding and remarkable, and that is what the kids will notice, even having never met you ever before. And then Serena goes back to Walmart and she does more shopping.
I came back to Walmart. Let's go do some more angel tree names. I have a 3-year-old boy, a 7-year-old girl, and a 5-year-old boy. Let's go start with some clothes. Look at all these cute matching sweat sets. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. I would wear half the clothes in this kid section. She really likes princesses, so I got these princess underwears that have the dates on them. Elsa Wednesday, Olaf Saturday. I feel like all of these sneakers are so cute, and these are her size. The little boy stuff is so cute too. My kid will wear Hogwarts merch. I got my clothes. Let's have a fashion show. Fashion show! For my 7-year-old girl, we have this matching sweat set. This outfit, I love these jeans. This outfit, a coat and these shoes. And she loves princesses, so we did a princess beanie, princess underwear, and some colorful socks. So I realized my 5-year-old boy and my 3-year-old boy are almost the same size. The 3-year-old loves Bluey, so I got him this little track suit, this outfit, this one, and this blue coat. He said Bluey, I said yes. Except normal underwear, because I didn't have Bluey underwear. For my 5-year-old boy, I have this sweat set, this outfit, and this one. Coat and a beanie, his socks and underwear, and the cutest little sneakers. Okay. That's my fashion show. Let's go get some toys. So my 7-year-old girl wants clothes for an American Girl doll or a bed, princess dolls, princess clothing for herself. This is kind of all they have, but they don't have her size. A few more princess dresses. They didn't have dress-up clothes in her size, so we got her this dress and some accessories. Clothes for an American Girl doll or a bed. And get a bed. Of course, she'll need some little pajamas. This is a pickleball set, and this Glinda one is so cute. Princess dolls. Let's do Moana. Oh, sorry. Tangled and Tiana. My 5-year-old boy wants a remote-controlled card, magnetic tiles, jacket, sweats, slime, cars, and a racetrack. I mean, I could make him slime. Look at this one with a spinny eye. And we'll add a few more cars. So a remote-controlled car, and this one comes with batteries. And you can also charge it. Slime. You do this cool Stormtrooper one. Elmer's goo. He said he wanted sweats, so I'm gonna go get him another sweat set. These sets are so soft. We'll do a Turtles one and a Jurassic World one. So my 3-year-old wants Bluey toys, Sonic toys, Miss Rachel toys, and wooden blocks. Some Bluey coloring. This Bluey board game with little Bluey pieces. This Rachel wooden blocks is perfect. What's this?
Hi. Can you say ball? What does a duck say?
Quack, quack. This is great. They did not turn this into a toy. Okay, anyway, so we'll just get this Sonic toy. Toy haul. For my 7-year-old girl, a jacket, socks, underwear, and a beanie, cute shoes, a sweat set, 2 outfits, dress-up clothes, princess dolls, American Girl doll outfits, and an American Girl doll bed. My 3-year-old boy, Miss Rachel Bluey and Sonic toys, a bunch of Bluey clothes, 2 outfits, and a blue jacket. Oh my gosh, look at this beanie is reversible. That's so cute. And my 5-year-old boy, socks, underwear, shoes, and a beanie, and a big coat, 2 outfits, 3 pairs of sweats, a racetrack with some cars, slime, magnetic tiles, and a remote control car. Got it all bagged up. This is Angel Tree. Can I just leave this right here? Yeah. Okay, amazing. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
And Serena is unstoppable because she is going back and doing more Angel Tree shopping and even is getting a kitten, a support kitten for a little boy in need.
So I went into Walmart to do some Angel Trees, and this kid said that he wants a female calico kitten for a support pet because his support dog passed away. And so I got in contact with Angel Tree, who got in contact with the family and confirmed that he wants a literal kitten. So we're meeting up with the mom in a few hours, so let's go get him a kitten. So I came to an adoption center. I'm so excited. Okay, we're in line for adoption, but it'll take about an hour, so we're gonna run to PetSmart. And get some cat stuff, some dry food, and some wet food, cat Go-Gurts. I don't know if they already have cats and have cat things or if they need cat things, but I'll get them some cat things just in case. Got a litter box, a poop scoop, thing of, oh my gosh, oh, that's so heavy. Thing of litter. Got a scratching post, a little cat bowl, just this little black one with the bell. Maybe some catnip in case the cat's nervous. I gave catnip to a cat once, it was crazy. The toys are on sale, so we'll get a few. And a little laser pointer. We'll get a cat carrier because we do have to drive the cat there. We also got them a $200 gift card in case they need to buy anything else or for future cat food. Okay, let's go get the cat. Her name is Panda. My goodness, hello. Hi, is this okay? Can I give you a little treat? They said she's a little shy because she just came into the shelter 2 days ago. Oh, you're so beautiful. So the boy wanted a female calico kitten. It was hard to find a little kitty, but we found a young kitty, huh? I think you're gonna have a really nice home. Oh, you're so beautiful. So we're gonna drop off Panda and the cat supplies and also all the stuff that we got at Angel Tree earlier today. And I'm gonna leave them my information if they need anything. I'll be your godmother, okay? I'll be there for you if you need me. Yeah, we'll make sure that you have everything that you need, huh? I think she is gonna be an amazing emotional support cat because she has just been hanging out on my lap this whole drive.
We got pulled over, but the cop was nice and let us go.
Do you like her? She's beautiful.
Do you have a name for her?
No, I did not.
Because you didn't know this was all going to happen.
Yeah, surprise.
These wonderful
Here's a
people
cat.
here, man.
Wow.
We got a few bags of cat food and we got you some cat toys and stuff.
Oh my God.
Do you have a cat already?
No.
Okay, good. And we got you a gift card in case you need to get other cat things.
Yeah.
We're so happy that you got your cat.
Thank you.
Can I help you put this in your car? I wasn't sure if the boy was going to be there, but he was. And so I got to watch him meet his new cat. And he is so sweet and the cat is so sweet. And I hope that they just have the best life together. Dawn, come here. This is what a cat smells like.
If ever I am making more money than what I'm spending on my bills and taking care of my family, there will be signs. And those signs will be doing things like what Serena is doing and spending all of my extra income on children in need and people in need, because that makes me happy. That makes me happy to know that I am giving someone else at least a little sense of normalcy. It doesn't make me feel good because I did something good for someone in need. It makes me feel good because I have been that person in need, and I knew how much it would have meant to me to just be seen, to be noticed, to have somebody unconditionally just take care of me, even if it was just in a small way. I understand. And so I want to do that for other people. So y'all keep watching my stuff so that I can do that someday. In conclusion, I am tired of angel tree drama. I have personally been dealing with it since I was 14 or 15 years old, and I'm tired of it. If you can afford to give an extra child a Christmas, then you should do angel tree. If affording an extra Christmas for an extra child is something not within your budget, then don't participate, and you're not a bad person for not participating, okay? Or if you want to participate, but you know that you can't give a whole extra child an entire separate Christmas, go in it with some friends, right? Go in it with some family members. But if you're in a position where you can donate for angel tree, stop making your financial worries that child's problem. And give that child as magical of a Christmas as you can. You may not be able to get every single thing off that kid's list, but at least try to get some of the things that they would really want. But what you can do is genuinely try. You can actually put effort into it. And if you can't find a specific toy, you cannot just throw your hands in the air and say, well, I guess they're not getting it. You can try your hardest to find something that is similar to that. You can try. Kids in need are allowed to have preferences. They're allowed to have opinions, and they absolutely deserve a magical, special Christmas just like every other child. And that's about all I really have to say on this topic. If you want to do an angel tree for a child in need this year, I think you should absolutely do that. And I don't think that you should put pressure on yourself to spend a super great amount of money. Go through the tags, make sure it's something that is doable for you. And my best advice is just put effort into it. Put love and effort into every single thing. If you can't find one item, then try to make a switcheroony. But you're Santa. You're Santa. Be Santa. You're Santa. How fun and exciting. You get to possibly change a kid's entire perspective on life through one Christmas. Who knows? And if you are a family in need, you're not a bad person, and you shouldn't have to sell your feet pictures to provide for Christmas. You're not a bad person for wanting to sign up to hopefully get your kid a Christmas, and you can sign up at Salvation Army's website. Again, I'll have the link down below. But yeah, I'm really interested to know what your guys' thoughts are. Don't be afraid to let me know down below what your guys' thoughts are. And yeah, I have this makeup tutorial filmed. I'll have that posted for you guys on Wednesday, and I will see you then. I will see you on the next one.